of your embryo. So this is just for orientation purposes. Now, below the neural tube, you will find these two openings. No? Two openings. This is more dorsal, and this is therefore, no? These are the esophagus, and in front of it, supposed to be, is your trachea. Okay, so again, these are still for orientation. You look for your esophagus and your trachea. If you find them, below that, you will find the developing heart. This is the entire developing heart. If you compare this with your atlas, this is exactly what you will see. So, esophagus, trachea, developing heart. Now let's look at the parts of your developing heart. Now remember, let's go look first at the chambers. That your heart has 4 chambers. So you have superiorly, or the upper chambers are your atria, and the inferior chambers are the ventricle. Okay? Now for the embryo, note that this is just like anatomical position, no? Where this portion is the right and this portion is the left. Okay? So this one, this chamber here is your right atrium, and on the other side is the left atrium. Okay? So yan po ha, right atrium, left atrium. Note the blood cells within. These are actually blood cells inside your atria. Now, between the two atria, can you see the pale staining divider? Yan po. This is your interatrial septum. Interatrial septum. So if we go below, this portion here, note this is thicker. The chamber is called ventricle. Specifically, this is your right ventricle, and on the other side is the left ventricle. Again, between them, you have a divider. Of course, we call this interventricular septum. Inter means in between, ano? So between ventricles, you have your interventricular septum. In the same way that between atria, you have your interatrial septum. Now, below the interatrial septum and above the interventricular septum is this structure. This is, if you might compare, it's parang described as a bell-like structure. This is what you call your endocardial cushion. Endocardial cushion. Cushion as in kuchon. Cushion. Now, so again, identify right atrium, left atrium, interatrial septum, right ventricle, left ventricle, interventricular septum, endocardial cushion. Now note that just above the atria, there are 2 chambers. So ito po yung atrium nyo, no? Above the right atrium, see this chamber? That is what you call your right sinus venosus. And on the other side, you have your left sinus venosus. Note that as your sinus venosus is connected, no, into your atrium, here in the right side, note those overhanging structures, no, parang kalawin. This is the right sinal horn, and this is the left sinal horn. Right sinal horn, left sinal horn. Nakikita lang natin siya dito sa right side. Wala tayong makita dito sa left side. So we have the sinal horn here, the right sinal horn, and the left sinal horn. Now find out in your lecture what they will become. They have different fates. No? So you find out what they will become eventually. Now, aside from this, note that outside the heart, that is the heart, diba? Outside the heart, you find this cavity. This is your pericardial cavity. Okay? Yan po ha. Those are the things to identify in relation to your developing heart. Alright, section B, identify. Ha? Ano? Left ventricle. Identify.
Right ventricle.
Identify.
Left ventricle.
Identify. Interatrial septum. Identify. 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 Left sinus venosus. Identify.
Right sinus
Right sinus venosus. Identify. Left sinus marker. Identify. Very good. Marker. Identify. Pleural tube. Now, at the level of the trachea and the esophagus, note these two round structures. These are actually arteries. Specifically big arteries, these are aortas. This is the right dorsal aorta. And this is your left dorsal aorta. So meron tayong two big vessels seen in this view. You have your right and left dorsal aorta. So do not forget that. No? To identify this in this view. Okay? So once again, identify endocardial cushion. Identify interventricular septum. Identify right sinus horn. Identify right sinus venosus. Identify left dorsal